Welcome to the painting chapter. In this chapter we're going to talk about the eyedropper, bucket tool, color replacement, swatches, art history brush, and the mixer brush. Now I have a monument here in South Beach, Florida of an artistic rendering of a lighthouse, and I thought I would just maybe color the white here and make it a little bit different, and maybe do something else a little bit later. Now one of the tools I can use is over here in the eyedropper tool. Now when I click on the eyedropper shortcut I have some options. I can choose a sample size. So this means wherever I click, it will sample a 3x3 average, 9 pixels. Or I can choose point, 5x5, or go up to some crazy amount. Now, I never choose point sample because this is a continuous tones. So if I just click on one point, that's not going to give me an accurate representation of where I'm clicking. So I usually choose 3x3 or 5x5. And I can choose sample all layers or just stay within this layer. Now this right here says show sampling ring. What does that mean? Well, I want to choose a color within the image to keep some consistency, maybe. So I click on the tree, and you see that sampling ring. So it samples that tree right there. If I turn this off and I sample again, you don't see it. I personally just leave the sampling ring on all the time. So we're going to sample a color. Maybe we'll sample this green. I want a little bit lighter green at least. And then we're going to go to the bucket tool. Now the bucket tool is usually nestled away here and with the gradient tool, shortcut G. What the bucket tool says is I'm going to unload a whole lot of paint on your image. Now that's basically what it is. It says I'm going to unload it according to your foreground or to a pattern. And I'll have some blend modes here, opacity, and a tolerance. And anti-alias, contiguous. Contiguous means within the area of where I click. If you do not select that, it basically goes everywhere. And then I have an option also of all layers. So I have this green. I want to click on this white. Let's see what happens. Click. And it paints basically this whole image, right? Well, that's because there's a tolerance of 40. The paint bucket says, hey, where you click, I'm going to measure a tolerance of 40 from that value, and then I'm going to drop or unload my paint. And that's what I've done. So now I'm going to press Control Z. I'm going to reduce my tolerance to maybe 5. And now let's see what happens. See how it limits it to just this area? Now Control Z. So the paint bucket seems like it's not doing its job. Well, you could increase the tolerance if you wanted to, back up to 40. You can go to the quick selection tool, select this white area, then press G for the bucket. You can hold down the G, which will change it to the bucket, click, and that'll fill the color. Let go of the G, and that'll go back to the quick selection tool. Now that seems all nice. If I press Control D to deselect, that seems nice. Okay, but maybe I want to change the color. So let me go back to the bucket tool, and you notice that my mode I chose was color. If it was normal, let me show you how that would look differently. So I'm going to go back this time and press Q for the quick select. Isn't it Q for quick selection? W, sorry. Okay. Select here, press G for the bucket. There you go. And click again, and this will confine it within the selection area. And as you can see here, I want to show you the difference. This is the color mode, which tends to blend in, and this is normal mode. So which one would you use to color? As you can tell, you probably would choose color. There are other blend modes you can use, but we definitely try to stay away from the normal blend mode. So let me go back to color. Now in the next lesson, we're going to talk about another tool, the Photoshop that can help you color this a lot quicker.